Alright, hello everybody. Today we're going to be watching the grand finals of the Dlitz Pro League 4 versus 4. Now today it's going to be Team Lucy, which we've seen before, versus Oath of Speed. Now these are players that, if you've been watching any tournaments, any of the big tournaments at least, these are players that are obviously very high profile. Now we got Pramo and RGM players here. Like these are all pretty big names. Chip, even Steven, Ghost Ranger, Cora, Badu, Glory, Haxi, and Nike are all players that have been in the comp scene for a good amount of time. They're very experienced, so this 4 versus 4 not exactly a setting that they're very comfortable in, although being players of their caliber, we can expect to see very good games from this matchup. So first match is going to be Oasis Palms. I believe this is going to be actually not sure how many matches are going to take place. Let me just check that very quickly. And doesn't seem like it says, but it should probably be like best of 7 or best of 9. Guess I'll try asking in the chat. Alright, yeah, best of 9. So, educated guess based on the last round, which was best of 7, these matches will be best of 9. So, as much as it is a game of skill, this will also be a test of endurance to see how these players can deal with picking up games and losing them as well. And being able to recover from losses, as well as keep the momentum going with the victories. Now in any case, Oasis Palms, we have Team A, which is going to be Lucy on the south spawn, going to be running quad heavies, 2 IS4s and 2 113s. We have Oath of Speed taking triple IS4 and an E3. Now, I would expect both teams to be taking positions near the A cap very early in the match. Although, I feel like seems like the match was not set to supremacy, so this match is going to be reset. But in any case, that gives us a little bit of time to figure out, or kind of like talk about what each team might be doing. Now, double 113s of Team Lucy makes me expect them to try to do some sort of like an aggressive play with the DPM that they have, although Cora in the E3 could be a very valuable asset in stopping any sort of aggressive play. So seeing that the E3 is readied up might make them change a bit of their strategy. I would have expected maybe 113s could play aggressively towards the A cap or maybe towards the B side. But it looks like actually they're going to be doing some sort of play towards the C side. So Oath of Speed will be taking the A side, it looks like. Even Steven heading his way towards the B cap. And we have Chip and Ghost moving their way towards the A cap. Nike SB is going to be getting on the C cap very soon. Cora is set up in a position over here overlooking this ditch in case they try to do some sort of play that way. Now Fadu, interesting position there. Going to be there to get some sort of B reset off. This is a play that I have seen in a previous tournament. And he's just going to be shooting the HE just for the safe reset. Now Cora is actually in a position to shoot him, although he is spotted and he might take some damage from these tanks over here. And it looks like that's what's happening. Fadu, trying to get the reset off on B, does so with HE. Glory in the back, trying to defend Fadu's flank in case he gets pushed. Fadu putting a shot into even Steven. Korra putting a shell into him as well. Fadu is going to be forced out of this position. He won't be able to survive another E3 shell and IS-4. Call is to attack Ghost. Ghost was making a play towards Fadu in the back. Fadu looks like he's in a lot of trouble, doesn't have support of his team. Chip is going to be pushing in on him, leaving him on a one-shot. Even Steven with the kill shot, not able to pick it up, bouncing off the side of the IS-4. Now even Steven and Chip are down in the ditch. Korra is farming mega damage in that E3 back there. Nike SB pushing in with the 13. DPM going into Chip. Korra taking a shot from Haxi. Nike SB getting absolutely hammered and goes down. Now it's just Haxi and Glory left, but it doesn't seem like they're going to be doing a whole lot here. Down 2 guns and a lot of HP. Korra looking for the shot on Glory in the far back, leaving even Steven and Ghost to finish Haxi off. Heat shell going into Haxi. Ghost possibly with the kill shot, able to do so. Glory in the back there, coming in, but isn't able to do much at this point. Their Chip is a one-shot, just about, but even Steven getting the crossfire won't make it easy for him to survive this. Ghost coming in with the HP, and now Chip is basically safe here. Korra coming in as well, puts a shot into Ghost, but at this point Glory is facing a lost cause. At all this time, Pramo was going for the Oath of Speed was going for the 2-cap advantage, able to pick up A and B, so even if Glory managed to do something weird here, they could have just fallen back on the caps. Now, Fadu was in a good position there for a 7 versus 7, but wasn't taking into account the fact that there wasn't going to be anything that would be able to punish Korra very hard. And Korra was in a very good position to dislodge Fadu from that B reset spot. Otherwise, it would have just been even Steven and Fadu trading shots, and nothing more would have happened there. Even Steven might have gotten the B cap. He would have bled to Fadu. Fadu would have bled to even Steven, but it would have been more or less even. And because Korra was able to do so much damage to Fadu and force him off the B reset, Pramo was able to get not only the B cap, but also basically a kill off of that. So going for that B cap, able to push the game into their advantage. Now, again, I wouldn't have expected a C play from so many heavies, but I don't know. They probably should have played a little bit more aggressive somewhere, and Glory probably wasn't in the best position. The caller should have moved him somewhere else. He was protecting Fadu in case he got pushed from behind. That would have been coming from like the 2 IS-4s that went over to the A cap, but that didn't happen. Now, another interesting quirk of this tournament, if you saw the previous BPL stream, is that each team is not able to run tanks that they ran the previous game. So, the Team Lucy took the 113s and IS-4s, my bad. Now, they're not able to do so this game. On the same side of the coin, Pramo won't be able to take E3 or IS-4. Korra and Glory both spotting each other in the Vickers Light. Oath of Speed making their way towards the C cap. Korra playing more aggressively. Glory seeing that as a signal that he has to get out of there as soon as he can. Korra putting a shot into Glory. Ghost getting on the cap very quickly. Haxi in the mouse. Also pushing into the B cap. I don't know if Pramo has any resets, and it looks like they do. Even Steven might be able to put a shot into him. I can't tell if it must have been an HE shell, but he took a lot of damage there. Even Steven now getting pushed on by Nike SB, popping both of the consumables. Rob with backup there. Ghost going to have crossfire as well. Glory's kind of just YOLOing in, lost so much HP for that. Not the best play there. The call was probably to focus out Even Steven, but going through that route, definitely not what they wanted to do there. Even Steven taking double tap from the E100 and Nike SB in the E5. Nike SB with the face hug, trying to pick up Even Steven here. Fadu should be able to get him, but he's going to take a hit from the E100 to do so. Cora gets focused out, takes a huge amount of damage there, but so does Cora. Glory dies. Shots going into Nike SB. The HPs are pretty much even. Although Pramo has a cap, it doesn't seem like this will be a kill game. Cora might be able to do so now that RGN or Team Lucy have basically nothing that would be able to chase him down. Cora is pretty much just going to be sitting here waiting for an opportunity to push in if he finds one. Nike SB taking a huge shot from Rob. Fadu trying to put a shot into Ghost, not able to do so. Ghost is going to be 1v1ing Haxi here. Teams probably won't be able to support this here. Cora going to be dropping down. Fadu puts a shot towards Rob, not able to connect. Haxi is taking a lot of damage, but Nike SB and Fadu are not supporting him very well. Ghost putting a shell into Haxi's cheek. Haxi trying to deal with Cora and Ghost at the same time. Probably not able to do so effectively. Rob taking a lot of damage, takes out Nike SB, and now it's just Haxi and Fadu. Fadu is going to be the focus here, as you don't really want to focus the mouse. Fadu going for that kill on Cora to shut down the mobility. Will he be able to get the shot? Able to do so. Ghost trying to cover for him, but not able to do so quick enough. This game is very close still. Shots getting split for Pramo. Ghost now a one-shot. Haxi with about 2 shots left of HP. Pens the shot on Ghost. Now it's a 2 versus 1 on Rob. Rob won't be able to kill Fadu in one shot. Fadu leaves him on 13 HP. Haxi might be able to finish him off with the HE shell. Haxi does have a jet driver though, so this makes things a little bit interesting. Rob might be able to clutch this game if he picks up Fadu, and Nike bounces the shot, not able to get the kill. Fadu putting the finishing shell into the turret of Rob. All he needed was an HE shell, and it looks like it connected there. Fadu 4,000 HP of damage in that E100. Rob also doing quite a bit of HP there as well. Hax in the mouse doing a fair share of damage given the mouse's low DPM and gun, but he was in the fight pretty much from the get-go. As soon as he got onto that B cap, he just kept pushing forward, gave his team an opportunity to move up, and it seems like they were able to clutch the win from that. Seems like Cora might have made a little bit of a misplay going for Glory, able to shut down the DPM, but got himself caught out, and a lot of damage went into him very quickly. The kill shot on Cora again, shutting down the mobility, was so huge for Team Lucy there. If Cora had survived that, he could have gone on to just sit on cap and open up angles in that fight there, the team fight. But because they shut him down, they weren't able to do that, and it was basically an even match with 2 tier 10 heavies duking it out on each team. Next map is going to be Canal. Glory readying up an STB, Cora, Rob, and Chip in... we have 3 IS4s and a 215B. Pramo sticking to what works. The IS4s, very generalist tanks that are able to play very solid roles all around. Now you have Haxi readying up an IS4, Nike SB and an STB, Glory and a Batchat 25. Recently buffed, mobility is quite nice now, and the gun as well. Gun handling buff coming for the Batchat, making the clip much more reliable and potentially more dangerous. Now another STB readied up for Lucy, taking a very light lineup. I think if Pramo really wanted to, they could push the envelope at the decap, and I don't feel like Lucy would be able to do a whole lot about it, but it seems like Glory might be doing an aggressive run to spot any sort of tricks that Pramo might do on that front there. But it seems like Pramo is going to be going for the B and A caps. Haxi getting onto C cap in that IS4. I'm not sure if Pramo will be able to reset that. And it looks like Korakoras actually is going to be pushing forwards to try to get a reset on the B cap. Shot going in from Haxi. Korakora is most likely going to get the reset there, but Rob is getting reset as well by Glory. Korakora is in a very solid position to reset now. Able to do so while side scraping. A shot goes in towards Haxi from even Steven. Pramo or Oath of Speed are going to be taking both B and A caps, and Haxi has been forced off of the C cap. Korakora in a very powerful position there just because of the C reset potential that he has. Able to spot anything getting on the C cap and has the support of his team. Rob taking another shot of damage, but it's going to be really hard on Team Lucy to make a push here with that many mediums and not a whole lot of DPM. Now pushing on Canal is already a really hard endeavor for any team, even in a 7 versus 7 scenario. And in this 4 versus 4, it's going to be that much harder. Glory trying to be a mountain goat, slips off of the edge. I think he's going to try to get back on it. Try to get some spots off towards the B cap there. But Pramo is going to be setting up to defend, as any team should be doing if they have 2 caps to an enemy team's 1. Chip in the far back here. 215B with the DPM in a safe position there. Nike SB has been spotted. Korakora is manning the middle here, able to spot anything coming through this ditch in front of him. Basically one of the 3 lanes that any team can attack from. Fadu is spotted by Rob over here. Fadu has been spotted, Nike has been spotted. The only lane that hasn't been spotted is this one, although it's not that viable for a push, because you have to come around this corner here. Although in the setup that Pramo presents itself in, or Oath of Speed presents itself in, it seems like it might be alright. Now, as with many Canal games where teams go to the opposite sides, there's not going to be a whole lot happening here. Teams are going to be trying to get some information, trying to figure out a way to push. But for the most part, not a whole lot of action going on. Even Steven is spotted in the ice where it put a blind fire in towards the bush, although not going to be connecting with anything. Glory is trying to make some moves in that batch at 25T. Might be YOLOing in. Nike, SB, and Fadu readying themselves up on that side as well. Glory spotted in the batch chat now. Going to be YOLOing up towards A. I'm not sure if he might just be making a run towards the A cap, but he's going to run into Chip. It's just really bad business for that batch chat. Puts a shot into Chip. This is not going to be a good fight for Glory. Now, on this other side here, oh, actually Nike and Fadu are going to be pushing up to help him there. So Glory is on that A cap. Chip is going to be facing himself 3 versus 1, and Pramo aren't going to be able to help him out very much for a little bit. Fadu, Nike SB, and Glory both are all working together to knock out Chip here. Korakora making his way over to that cap, and at the same time, Hax has gotten onto the B cap, although he's bleeding very heavily for it. Fadu, Nike SB, and Glory able to take out Chip, now working on even Steven, as he was pushing on Nike, or on Haxi. So Hax needs to get back on that B cap to slow it down, because Pramo is so far ahead on caps. Korakora going to be pressuring here. Nike SB, Fadu, and Glory might push him out here. And it looks like they're going to be making the play there. Korakora is, finds himself very alone, looking for the kill shot on Glory. Glory squeaks past. Or is he? Korakora botches the shot on Nike SB. Rob gets the kill on Glory though. Nike SB with the kill shot, and now the caps are basically even, although We see Lucy now has 3 caps to Pramo's 1. Haxie's gonna go down here, most likely, unless he bounces a shot. Not able to do so. Even Steven needs to get clear of those 2 STBs. Pramo are so close to winning this on cap, and if they get that B cap, they're gonna be pretty much set. Even Steven has this rock to hide behind. Fadu taking a big shell from Rob. Rob and even Steven now double capping B. Slowing down the caps, Nike SB has to make a move. Fadu does not have the HP to do anything here. Bounce shot going in. Nike SB looking for the kill on even Steven. Won't be able to do so, but 1 kill difference here means that they'll win. Fadu and Nike SB find themselves in a really bad spot. They're not able to do much. Nike SB and Fadu need to make a move very quickly. Fadu does not have the HP to do anything though. Very close game here. Shot going in, not connecting with Nike SB. Fadu might be making the move on even Steven here. The caps just about ticked up, but they win. They clutch that. Oh my god. Clutch shot coming in from Fadu. Nike opening up the angles, baiting out the shots. He knew he had 2 HP, or 2 shots of HP. It was basically a YOLO. He had to make sure that 1 shot didn't connect and pen. But able to open up the angle, Fadu coming in with the 1-2 punch, able to knock out even Steven at the last second, right before Pramo hit 1,000 points. Really class play there. It's such a close game. Now, I would have never expected the move from Lucy going for that A cap instead of rushing some tank down in the ditch. That's not something that happens very much, at least on NA. I feel like I've seen that on EU before though. But definitely worked out for them in the end, although they did bleed quite a bit to push Chip out in the 2-5B on A. The sort of disruption that happened by taking that position, able to shoot even Steven and Rob in the back, was absolutely huge. So they pushed for solid positions and were able to make it work very well. And this is something you see, or you should look to put in your play every day. Like, even if you take a shot of damage for pushing to a good position, if you're going to be able to push to a solid position, it's definitely going to be worth it in the end. And that's exactly what Team Lucy did there. Now map is going to be the same again, Canal, but the spawns are going to be swapped. Lucy's going to be taking 2 E5s, the Vickers Light and an E100, while we have Oath of Speed taking 2 E5s as well, although they're going to be taking an IS-7 instead of an E100. Almost mirrored lineups, actually. But Team Lucy is going to be taking a little bit more of a heavy lineup. Rob is going to be pushing onto the C cap very quickly in that IS-7. Cora making his way towards the D cap. Team Lucy is going to be making a play towards the A cap. Nothing going to be resetting C though. Might bite them in the back here. Cora on the D cap, looking to make sure that the Vickers Light is not going to be making a play towards D as well. He's not going to be sitting in the bush, actually going to be sitting right in the middle. Because if you sit in this bush here on each side, it's very obvious to blind fire. It looks like Team Lucy has the cap advantage by a tiny margin. So in the end, it's probably going to have to be a push coming in from Team Oath of Speed. And it looks like they're going to be making a setup very quickly, with the E5s pushing aggressively towards the B cap. Interested to see how they will make this play here. Cora going to be setting up in this mountain area, spotting up Nike SB in the E100, although it might have been even Steven that did that, because the building was in the way. So it was most likely even Steven that spotted Nike there. Cora in that mountain area, still trying to get some information. Chip is spotted as well. Glory in the Vickers Light going to be spotting there. Rob putting in a blind fire towards the A corner. Nike SB spotted again. Korra's spotted though. Another blind fire coming into this area here. Haxi almost getting nailed by Rob there. And again, it's going to be a little bit of static gameplay here. Korra making some moves since he has the mobility to do so, although these E5s here are just going to be chilling for now, waiting for an order to come in from the caller. Rob in the IS-7, just chilling, putting some blind fires into the bushes here. Might hit Haxi on one of these if he shoots right in the center of the bush. HE shell going in, not connecting with the bush or Haxi. Even Steven moving over in the E5. It looks like he's going to be making his way over to this ditch here so that he can push onto the B side. Chip as well in the bush here, getting ready to make a play towards B. Korra, I can hear him around here. Setting up here, not sure what he's going to do. Rob, looks like they're going to be making a play now. Rob has been spotted pushing, so RGN, Team Lucy are going to be making a play now to sort of react to this. Fadu is backing up. Glory is ready as well. Rob putting in a shot, a blind fire it looked like, not sure where. Nike SB might spot even Steven here if he pokes out high enough. Rob perhaps trying to bait a reaction as he pushed up in that I-7 early, but Team Lucy unflinching. Fadu now going to be pushing up, possibly a misplay, but he knows Rob is spotted there. Hopefully Fadu will get support from his team, at least that's what he's hoping. Rob is going to be pushing up to those pipes there, so all he was doing there was baiting some shots out. A shot coming in from Nike SB in the D100, not connecting and penning the I7. Nike SB actually pushing forward out of the way of even Steven, although he's still going to take a lot of damage here. Fadu getting worked on here. Everybody is shooting at Nike SB if they have shots on him, and they pretty much do. Even Steven, though, taking a lot of damage as well. Getting out of there as fast as he can. Haxi is going to be chasing him down. Pramo has sat on the B cap, and they clinch the win with the kill on Nike SB. Korra actually put in a tracking shot to Haxi, slowing him down just enough so that he wasn't able to chase down even Steven fast enough. So Pramo going in for basically Blitzkrieg strat, able to clinch the win with a single kill by waiting for the right time and making the proper push. So well executed push there. Next map is going to be Port Bay. We have nothing readied up yet. Not sure how each team is going to do this map. Some tanks being readied up now. An IS-4 on chip. Rob has an E3. Maybe a double E3 strat with Korra here. They have the south spawn. So if they do a double E3 strat, I kind of have an idea of what they're doing. And it would be playing somewhere kind of near the C cap, but just waiting to double tap anything that tries pushing around. But it doesn't look like they're going to be doing that strat, like a double E3 strat. Instead, opting for more IS-4. Fadu's going to be taking a 113 with Nike SB. Hax is taking an IS-4. Glory a mouse. Probably going to be an A strat there. Wouldn't expect to see all that going C, although they do have the spawn better for, or that's better for pushing towards the C side aggressively. They might do something with the 113s and then throw the mouse in to the mix afterwards. Chip and Rob both running up IS4s, even Steven in a T22, Cora in that E3. Again, even Steven, most likely, if they play that C strat, or the C side, gonna be going over to the corner. The top right corner. That is a very standard maneuver in both comp games and in pubs. So very strong play there. If the enemy tries to play that C side as well. Looks like players are going to be swapped. Maybe not. Not sure what's going on here. Guess they were just waiting on Cora for something. But in any case, not a whole lot changes. Lineup is basically the same for both sides. Cora unreadies again. Ready's up though, very quickly. Might have been a misclick or something. So match is starting up. Port Bay, both teams I don't think have seen this map in the 4v4. I'm actually not sure, so it does look like Team Lucy is going to be making their way towards A for the town strat, possibly throwing something onto the B cap. Although I would expect Oath of Speed to have something set up for the reset on B. Although it is a difficult task to do, and it doesn't look like they will be able to based on what they're sending this way. Even Steven going to be getting on the C cap very quickly, although he's capping alone, and it looks like Lucy's going to be triple capping this, so they're going to have the cap advantage. Now Ghost is going to be making his way towards, a little bit towards that B side. Glory in the mouse, possibly getting into the B cap. Might find himself in trouble if he doesn't find support from his team quick enough. Even Steven is going to be pushing up and around. Rob as well. Shot going in towards Glory. Glory is on this side, kind of exposing himself to Cora and Ghost, although they're spotted and now getting crossfired by the 113s here. Glory finds himself in trouble though, even Steven poking on him to reset. Rob inching forward to get a reset on the front of his tank, able to connect the heat shell into the upper plate, and pen, I believe, is the upper plate. Oh, lower plate. Those hit markers are nice. Nike SB though, Fadu and Haxi both are all pushing on Cora and Ghost. Fadu needs to focus out Cora, but Ghost is doing a good job of covering for him, and Cora has popped that super consumable to back up as fast as he can out of there. He's going to be baiting this flock of heavies away from the action here. Now getting the support of Rob. Glory is 1 versus 1 against even Steven. Was able to get the B cap though, so that is going to be a factor later on. Cora is focused out. Ghost is also low as well. Or also low. Redundant there. Ghost is a one-shot. Goes down to Haxi. Rob looks like he might be the focus next. Hax, I thought he was going to go cover for Nike, but not able to do so. Rob able to get in front of him. Bouncing a shot coming in. Nike SB working together with Haxi to knock out Rob as fast as they can before even Steven is able to put his gun into the game. Nike SB bouncing a crucial shot there. Oh no, Rob bouncing a shot on Nike SB. Crucial. Because now Nike is a 3-shot instead of a 2-shot for even Steven. But in the end, it would have been even Steven 1 versus 2 against a full health, basically a full health IS4 and a mouse. So Team Lucy with a very solid cap and sweep strat there, getting the B cap and having the mouse as a sort of rotation point, sweeping across with their heavy tanks, the double 113s and the IS4, able to knock out Cora and Rob before they're able to do anything to the mouse on B or come back to help Cora and Rob. So Team Lucy actually caught them in a sort of bad commit. the tension at the same time, basically, each team found a target, an isolated target, and went for it. Now, the difference here is that the T-22's DPM went towards a mouse, while the 113s went towards the E3. So, mouse is not something that's very dangerous, and you should probably leave to the end. But the E3 is something that if you pick up the kill, very solid. Like, if it's out of position and you pick up the kill on it, it's going to be very helpful for you later on. Because dislodging an E3 that's in a good position is extremely difficult without a full-on push. But now we have the second game on Port Bay. Double E100, double E5 for Team Lucy. Basically the same lineup on the an Oath of Speed, double E5 and E100 and a VK72. VK72 over an E100 is an interesting choice because a lot of people don't think the VK72 is very viable. Although I would beg to differ, that's not something that's very common. Now, the VK72, not sure what the role is going to be for him, but I would expect him to be in some sort of position to reset B just because it's so nice for side scraping or baiting shots out. It's not, I guess it's not the best for side scraping because of the weak spot on the side, although it can be very good for baiting. Now, Cora is going to be getting to that the nest there, which is useful for resetting B here. But besides that, won't be of much use. Chip and Ghost pushing towards the C side. Nike SB and Haxi actually didn't get spotted crossing. They're going to be potentially a pain in the side for these E5s here. Fadu and Glory pushing in the E100s, putting an HE shell into Ghost, resetting C. And now Chip and Ghost have seen the E5s that have crossed. Haxi and Nike now going to be looking to put their guns into the game. Chip and Ghost are going to be in a little bit of a tight spot here. Not going to be able to back up. Rob won't be able to push forward very easily to help Chip and Ghost, bleeding to Glory and Fadu. Cora in the VK72 is now pushing around, taking quite a while to get into the game, although not a whole lot of damage has go. And that just changed because Ghost just got double tapped there. Cora now going to be putting his gun into the game, although a huge shell going into Glory, a double tap, a triple tap, 1500 lost very quickly. Haxi and Nike SB coming in with the guns of the E5s, putting their DPM into the game. Tank, Ghost's tank is gone from the fight, went down. Glory's just about dead as well. Chip is going to be pinned there in that E5. Turret landing on him as well. Chip is just not having a good day there in the E5. He's just completely stuck. Nowhere to go. Nike SB, huge shell going into him. An HE shot as well, I believe. Maybe just a double tap, but I'm pretty sure it was an HE in the side. Rob looking for the kill on Nike SB, needs to pick up a little bit of a good roll to get that kill. Hax doing a really good job of covering him. Cora looking for the kill shot as well. Nike SB getting blocked. Oh my. Rob just gets nailed for 1,000 damage there. Nike SB still hanging on to his life, able to survive and picks up the kill on Rob. And now it's just Cora versus Fadu, Hax, and Nike SB. Cora bouncing a shot, and that's going to be basically the end for him. Hax has his back, puts a shell into him. Cora still trying to pick up the kill on Nike SB. Will he be able to do so? Fadu botching a shot on the side of Cora's turret. How does that happen? Nike going down for it. So the E5s of Team Lucy pushing across to that corner unspotted, able to put Chip and Ghost in a really bad position. Rob needing to push in across their guns to help them out as well. That move, I would say, clinched the game, but at the same time, Chip and Ghost Ranger were having a lot of trouble penning Glory. Glory took way too long to die there. And I believe if more damage had gone into him before the push, it would have been a much closer game. But that isn't what happened, and as we saw, Lucy was able to pick up the win, able to snowball their quick kill on Ghost into another kill on Chip, and then that was basically game at that point. And in any case, next map is going to be Naval Frontier, possibly the last game of this match. Since the score is 4-2, if Lucy picks up another win, that is going to be that's going to mean that they're the grand finalists, and they're going to be the winners of this grand final for this Blitz Pro League 4 vs 4 tournament. But at the same time, Oath of Speed is not out of this. They could pick up three wins here, back to back to back, and pick up the title of champions. But that's going to be difficult for them to do, although not impossible. Naval Frontier, in my experience, is a very solid map for players from Primo. So I do have faith that they would be able to pick up 2 wins here. And again, that's not just me saying like, oh, Primo's a better team or Lucy's bad. Of course, these are both very strong teams in any matchup. In any case, the players could pull a win either way, as is the case for very strong players and very strong teams. And yeah, I'm just saying we could see anything here. Could go to a tiebreaker if 2 wins do go to Oath of Speed here on this map. Now we have 4 IS4s readied up for Oath of Speed. We have Glory on a 57 and 2 IS4s from Nike SB and Haxi so far. Fadu might be swapping tanks, although he is taking, or he was readied up in an IS4. I'm not sure what's going on now. Still an IS4, probably just changing equipment or something, I don't know. But in any case, 7 IS4s out of 8 slots on both teams, and a single 57 heavy being run in this match. Let's see if the 57 heavy is able to make the difference here. Now, having this sort of lineup and this sort of map, I have no idea what to expect from each team, although it looks like both teams are going to be playing towards the A side. Even Steven going to be pushing into this pocket, I believe, or maybe just onto the B cap. Now, that pocket is very strong just for resetting B side, at least on here, on this side. Although it won't be able to spot, or to reset much on that side. Fadu pushing in towards the A cap alone with Nike SB now. Rob pushing over towards the A side. Haxi is on the B cap. Even Steven, again, not able to reset him just because of where he is there. But Rob is capping the A, or capping A now. Glory looking for a rotation to make in that 57 heavy. Needs to make one quick because this isn't going to be a good matchup for Nike SB and Fadu as soon as Rob gets off of the cap and starts putting his gun into the sides of Fadu and Nike. This is going to open up the angles, and now you have Cora being able to shoot Fadu in the side. If Fadu looks towards Cora and Chip, then he might get nailed by Rob in the other side. Cora putting a shot towards Nike SB, Rob poking out a little bit, trying to put a shot into Fadu as he turns his turret. Fadu, though, it looks like he has a small shot. Haxi looking to put a shot into even Steven. It looks like Team Oath of Speed have the positional advantage here. Glory maybe just waiting to see if Primo, or if Oath of Speed is going to make a misplay. But it looks like Glory is actually going to be pushing now, looking for a kill on Cora or Chip. Focus fire is going to be critical here. Chip is the focus. Glory looking to put a full clip into Chip. Chip is going to be changing his angle there. Glory able to put another shot in. Will he get the kill? He does so. Fadu is the focus for Oath of Speed. This is all going down now. Hax is out of the fight. Fadu looks like he's going to go down. Shot coming in from Even Steven. Bounces off of the front plate of Fadu. Not hitting the side. Nike SB now trying to cover for Fadu. trying to have him survive a little bit more. Fadu putting a shot in before he dies. Glory now putting a clip in to Cora Cora. Rob is a one-shot now. Nike SB probably going to get the kill there. Cora Cora looking for the focus. Nike SB is the focus. Gun block. Even Steven's gun blocks the shot, just barely unlucky there. RNG not in the favor of Even Steven this game. Nike SB looking for Cora Cora as he is the focus. Glory in that 57, wreaking all kinds of havoc on Otho's speed. The 57 heavy with the DPM and the clip able to turn that battle in the favor of Team Lucy. Now it's just Even Steven looking to pick up the clutch win against Haxi and Glory. Will he be able to do so? I'm not really sure. Cora is calling GG's already. No faith in Even Steven. But it would be very difficult for Even Steven to do much, given that there's a 57 with a fully loaded clip right behind him, and Haxi right in front of him looking to pick up the win. Haxi, Glory with the reverse ram kill. I don't know, it's a bit toxic there. Haxi not putting the shot in, but Glory, again, coming in with the ram kill. I thought Haxi just was looking for a clean shot because Even Steven was doing a really solid job of blocking with his gun, but didn't look like that was the case. I think Haxi was just holding a shot for Glory to come in with the ram kill. But yeah, solid performance from each team. Team Lucy able to pick up 5 wins to Otho Speed's 2, making Lucy the grand champs of this Blitz Pro League 4 vs 4 tournament. Yeah, room is down. Best of 9 going to Team Lucy. And yeah, that's all for this tournament. Thank you all for watching. I'm going to be ending this stream, although I believe I'm going to be making another stream later tonight. Watching Pramo again, this time in the Galaxy at War tournament, which is something I streamed a little bit a few days ago. Maybe a week ago at this point. I've lost track of time at this point. But yeah, I might be streaming a little bit later. Yeah, I mean, enjoy your night for now. If I'm back, again, I will be streaming that. But we'll see. Thank you all for